receive factory defaults for the GNSS. Is your contact in Hong Kong using the M8 or the M10?
And it's that's true. I didn't think about it.
M8. So they are using GPS GLONASS and QZSS, but they're not using Beidou. So, honestly, GLONASS, I don't think it's going to be all that useful. Just for fun, I just set it up while I was waiting for my grandson's uh, martial arts class to finish. I just had it on top of the car, actually on top of the car, and I set up GLONASS only. It was only picking up 3 satellites and not getting a fix out of it. So if there's any, and they're supposed to be global. It's not like a regional like the Indian system. And honestly, I just I think they're obsolete. Because they're about the same generation as the original American Navstar GPS. And the Americans have been updating theirs, but the Americans have been updating it quite as enthusiastically. So if we can, if we can configure the M8s for Galileo, let's say, or something other than GLONASS, because there's also the Michael could tell us more, but there's also the issue of which frequency, which microwave band they can operate in, and there's some combinations that just aren't possible with the receiver. So I think that's a way of doing it. But going forward with the M10s, the default is GPS, Galileo, GLONASS, and Beidou, one of the Beidou, with QZSS and SBAS. So it's it's the whole meal.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, uh, so okay, maybe I'll take that as a to-do. Is what can we do for a better default with the M8s?
That would be good if you can find it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the factory default as a default is fine. But
Right.
then still have these other presets, like maybe a global preset. Like if you're traveling a lot, you might want to use the default, and then for each region, or
Yeah.
something like that.
But that should be user selectable, not
Yes,
just, I
yes.
mean, it would be nice to have it automatic, that if it detects it's within this particular longitude, it says, okay, well, we're going to flip over. But I think that's asking for trouble. Like, it should be user
Well, automatic
configuration.
will be troublesome, but you could say like
Exactly.
auto detect, like an option, do it for me. I don't know where I am, and then
That's an
we
idea.
can base it on that too.
And then if you want manually, you can switch to manually. That's a good idea.
Yeah,
Basically,
or you can even like in the menu when you're I don't have a sound with me, but if you like scroll down and have the options to set the satellites per region, you can say like maybe
Yeah.
highlight one, say this is what we recommend for your location.
Right. Oh yeah, that's the best.
Hmm.
That way it's still under user control and there's no surprises.
yeah,
Yep.
that's a good idea.
All right.
We have other things,
Um,
important things.
well, I haven't looked at the GitHub issues lately, so maybe
What kind of?
I
Oh, the issues
don't
in
know if there
progress.
has been new.
No, I didn't add. I didn't add at least. And normally we got notified in the channel if somebody adds something, the issues and commits.
Right.
And,
Okay.
so if somebody add to it, I think somebody a user added an issue to it.
Oh, there's still a bug as well in the network configuration page. If you enter a network with
So that
a
was the user. Yes,
space.
yes, there was something in there. Yes, I remember now. That was the issue from the user, I think. He was setting up his Wi-Fi and then he couldn't. There was something else. There was another one. No, there was another one, I think. There was an option that we didn't check in the config somewhere. For the Wi-Fi server, I think. For the Wi-Fi server to enable it.
Oh, right.
Didn't
Oh, that's
work
for the
until restart.
bGeigieZen cast, I
Oh, that's a
think.
cast, but it should basically. Oh no, that's a little bit different all the same. That's on the cast. Yes, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different setup or a different config mode activation things, but not saving the config. Yeah, I'll have to look into it. I haven't seen that before, so.
Okay. And I've been struggling and trying to figure out what's wrong with Grafana, and really it's not so good. There's no documentation of how the system is set up, and trying to figure out. And some parts I figure out, but some parts not. And then I think it all works, and then it doesn't work.
Would it be easier to maybe set up like a completely new Grafana environment
It's not
next to the
Grafana.
existing one?
It's not Grafana itself. It's the
Okay.
integration and the deployment, and it's supposed to pick up the latest. And also it's a special deployment script they're running. So if you want to deploy the Beamstack, it picks up the web server, it picks up other things, and it's all. I found out last week that it's controlled from GitHub. So you can send a GitHub command, and you update the GitHub, and then you run the deployment as a script, and then it does the environment change.
Mm.
I was surprised. Just to update Grafana, it's kind of impossible. I got Grafana to work on my local machine and connecting to Elasticsearch, and that worked nicely.
Oh, that's good.
It's not fast, but it worked for me, so I can see the data. But there are the issues still, but we're slowly getting there, slowly getting back. And next week I will have a meeting with the DocDB product manager, together with the two interns, to discuss the possibilities to use DocDB in MotherDuck for our database.
Oh, that's good. That's cool.
And let's see what comes out of that.
Hmm.
I hope we can get completely running on that. But I have no idea. So let's see.
Well, if there's interns working from the DuckDB side, then it'd be nice if they can help out to get it
I
working.
think so. One guy from Nigeria, he's supposed to know DuckDB quite well. And his name is, this difficult name. I call him Yuan, Juwon.
Oh, okay.
Yuan.
You won?
His official
Yuan.
name is much longer. So
Right. Okay.
but he seemed to
So
be.
that's next week then. Like.
Yeah. I will have a meeting with them, and maybe Cyrus will join too. But there's a kind of difficult time schedule for him, I think. Me early in the morning, and for him probably 11 o'clock at night, and then for Nigerian people in the middle somewhere in LA in late in the evening, something like that. There was some. It just fit.
Yeah, it's always difficult if it fits worldwide people joining.
Yeah, LA is often way off.
That's what 12 hours
Yes.
from Japan. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, but we figured out a time schedule that will work. So let's see.
All right.
For me, not any the things we should talk about. If Louis, you have something still to talk? Louis.
I muted my microphone so I could
Okay.
sip tea without slurping into the recording. The
You could be Japanese.
no, the the no, I just had best of intentions to work on the manual. The big issue is that something well that Philip pointed out is that there's a duplication. I've got lots of like a lots of details in how I'm talking about the safezen.txt entries, and then the same in the web configure. And it's like, yeah, you're right, it is completely duplicated. So I was going to merge that into, let's say, a table or something like that. And it's one of those things. It's already written. It's just a matter of putting it together, and it's very tedious. And I've been putting it off. Got some new photos, which I'm going to put in. Again, my networking here is terrible, so working on a Google Doc is painful.
Maybe you can download it,
so I'm
and then
trying to figure out.
you can download it and re-upload it, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to download it and just work on in LibreOffice or something.
Yeah, and then just paste it in back. That should
Yeah, just send it back. Otherwise, it's hurting. I get these mystery freeze ups and all that. I also started doing a little bit of volunteering for the Greens here. They've got some problems, so I'm glad to help there. So
what kind of problem?
and well, I'd rather not discuss that because it is a proprietary kind of situation. But it's basically it's all getting their infrastructure to work smoothly, reliably. When they want to do a mail out or making sure that donor contributions land in the right place and all that. So because basically they had one IT guy and he moved on a few weeks ago. They have a new guy who's actually kind of like Yella taking a sabbatical, and then and he's trying to round up some volunteers. So anyway, so yeah, and then of course looking after the grandson. Oh my goodness, the summer is terrible because he's got so many different activities. We're always driving in one place or the other, and then he's got his friends coming over, and it's like, wow, you can't get anything done when they're in the house. So,
That's true.
anyway, that's me.
When you're traveling, you're all recording on your.
I'm not really recording, but I'm looking at the satellites. So looking at I don't actually record, but I can go back and look at the actual journal files because they're always live. And every now and then I look at them, and the problem is not here. It's Northern Europe, Ireland. So I don't know.
Yeah, I should be doing more recording based on the issues that we face in Europe. But
Yeah.
the recordings that I've done in the past year, basically, they're all like pretty spot on. So like I do miss some GPS, like GPS I lose fix, but it's not like drifting all over the place, except for at my
Right.
house because it's a high-rise building and it's like 120-degree building, like 3 wings of a building. So I only got like
Oh,
120 degrees of like satellites. But it's usually still pretty good as a fix, and using the fixed location, it keeps it at one spot. That's for the Nano at least. So the Zen is better
Yeah.
as well. But no, yeah, it's no issues basically.
And your mother's place is also good.
I haven't tried it because my GPS is still. I was I was gonna
Oh, that's
like
I remember.
make the new board with the GPS unit that you sent. But now I'm waiting for the latest board. I don't want to solder and desolder all the time. That's
No, can you imagine it?
feels bad for the components.
Yeah.
I'm not that good.
Out of curiosity, yeah, which, like you're talking about the building being 3 wings. Which direction are you facing?
It's the west, facing the west a little bit. Yeah, it's. I have to double check the maps. Let me just quickly look.
Oh, talking
Yeah.
about the GPS. Can you see? Oh, it's doing something.
Okay, if you hold it steady and it will get a focus. Yes. It's
Hold on.
focusing on your finger.
Let me figure that out. Hold on. It should not be.
Yeah, for my building, it's basically west. I can see the south and
West.
just west, north.
Okay, so
it's mostly
I can
west.
see.
I have a new build.
Yeah.
This is the newest.
Yeah.
And they're just using you can just take the GPS out.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Just on a header. That works.
Love it.
And I have long pins going through it. I have a very
I
long
did the same, except I think I did the pins on the board and the socket on the module. So, but that same idea, it's easy to take it out, and the connection seems to be solid. So
that's good. But I'm gonna make for the final. I'm gonna make some foam between, or something.
Yeah. I'll show you what I did with mine as soon as I can find it.
Now the reason for it is very simple, because all the solder parts on this board are under it, so nothing is exposed from the whole board.
Yeah, it looks very clean.
Right.
And it works very nice, this version.
And this is the 0.5 or
This is the 0.6, I think.
it's 0.6 draft. Yes, I see.
Difficult to see. So,
But the 0.5 was with without the power thing. What's it called? The 40s.
no,
56 or
there are
something?
different versions. The NFW version, not for the WIMPs. And
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
this is for the. I can see you. Yes, it's similar. And this is the other one I made. This is the not for the WIMP one, but this is an early prototype. It has a different. It has Velcro on it. Oh, you cannot see that.
What's that?
Oh, Velcro. And then the short.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That works too. And I found out that it doesn't matter if it's on or off, it still works nicely. You can just put them back on. And then they start to work again.
Oh, for the Zen while it's turned on.
Yeah.
It's not very safe. I
No.
guess it does work. I guess
yeah.
it's safe enough.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I
I'll
used
swap.
double-sided tape and a whole bunch of little bits of foam, and I've got the pins on the module, and then the socket is on the board. So, but I think I think it's better to have the sockets on the module. That way, they're protected when the module is off the board.
So the pins sticking out, you mean?
So you don't have exposed pins getting bent.
Then you get exposed pins on the board. You can stab your thumb.
So keep the pins on the board and the sockets on the module. I think that's a way better way of doing it.
Well, then you'd have exposed pins on the board. So if you have the module off and maybe you hit the board somewhere, or you just use the board, you can.
Yeah,
I understand what Louis want to say, because if we ship them, we can ship them the GPS soldered already, and then it's
right.
it's not a problem. And then people should put them on the board, the pins on the board, and They normally don't take them off. I mean, let's say this way.
Yeah, once they're on.
Good idea.
I think it, yeah, the challenge is, I guess the challenge is to get the right height of foam. That's going to be one of those.
Yeah, but the problem is, I think, then, oh no, because you have the black part of the pin headers too, so you have to put it from under it, and they don't go in all the way then. Or
No,
you have to take the black small piece of plastic off again.
no, all right.
It's a little bit tricky, I think. You have the pins on the board and
Now let me. Pins on the board and sockets on the module, I think is best.
but if you have the pins on the board, then the board becomes high. The unit becomes higher because normally people put the pins in, and then they have the black plastic. Let's say this is the black plastic. It goes in.
Oh yeah, and just peel it off. Yes.
Then you have more space. It becomes higher. I'm not sure if that will fit.
Yeah. I mean, the height's not a problem because it's still shorter than if you look at the way it. So yes, I did the. I don't know if you can see.
I can see.
Yeah.
It is a little
So
bit higher
I did.
than the core, isn't it?
It's about the same height right now. I mean, if I.
Yeah, if it's about the same. That's good. Yeah.
So I removed the pins, the black plastic from the pins.
I see. Yeah. That's what I was thinking of. You have to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the only way
So-
to make it fit.
Yeah. Part of the problem is that and I don't want to take it off because I've got all that sticky tape under there, but the part of the problem is that the pins, the holes in the module are so close to the actual
Yes.
on the
To the antenna.
actual module on the
Yeah.
that as soon as you have the like any plastic frame or anything like that around the pins and or the socket, they will actually interfere. So there's very little room around those I mean, I appreciate they're trying to make it small, but I think that's a little bit too much of a good thing.
Okay, we'll work on that.
Anyway,
That's a good idea. Put the pins on the board and then the header on the GPS. Okay, we still have a few minutes, I think. Oh no, not so much. We're running out.
We have. Do it?
Okay.
Oh, 5.
5 minutes, okay.
Oh, we have more time then, because I got 41 minutes running, and 5 minutes remaining. That's new.
We get an extra minute.
Yeah.
Great.
Ooh.
Nice. How generous.
No, that's it for me.
Okay, good.
Yep.
For me too. We say
Same
bye-bye.
here.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, good luck this week and
Yes.
see you next
You
week.
too. Enjoy your stay with your mother's place.
Yes, thanks. There's nice weather, so
Oh, that's good.
all right.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Have a good week.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.